Okay, I'm removing the side molding and where the fender flares were on this truck. You can see that where the fender flares were, I have removed those. They were put on here by the some screws underneath. They were all screwed in underneath except for this one piece on the 6-piece. It looks like they used some liquid nails or some caulking or some plastic. It's real hard. The only thing I've figured on this one is, the only thing that's actually helping is taking a razor blade and slicing it. I think what I'm gonna do is slice it as much as I possibly can to get as low as I can, and then try to get it off with some solvent or something. But there's also the line from where the fender flares, the top of them had rubbed, scratched a little, and it's dirty from right there. I still haven't taken these moldings off on this side. These are easy to come off. I just heat it with the heat gun and use a plastic scraper to get underneath it and then pull as I heat it all the way down. I've got to take those off. And these, you can see though, when they put the fender flares on and they cut the original molding that went through here, they used like a sawzall, well, a saw of some kind, maybe a cutoff wheel or something, and they got into the paint where they missed or went too deep or whatever. I'm gonna have to get that out too. Maybe use some the spot paint to fill that in once I get it all buffed and everything. I've got to do this whole side here. Remove those moldings again where they cut it off from the factory. It went all the way to there. They cut off so the fender flares would fit. They dug in deep with that cutoff wheel, and then there's also the lines where I have to buff. Hoping I can just buff that out and it'll come out, you know, pretty hard. I'm gonna do this whole side. I've started working on the passenger side. I mean on the driver's side. As you can see, I've washed this off some. I've got the trim off on this one. There is still some glue and residue that I have to get. Like right here, I've soaked WD-40 on it for a while now to loosen it up, and it has helped. Now I'm gonna go back and scrub it again, and that should break loose on that. Then I have to buff out the scratches on this side. As you can see, again, where they put this piece on, it's a hard, I've actually taken a razor blade to get some of this off, but it's hard, and it's like rubber too. You can see where I cut into it. Let's let this focus. Yeah, it's not gonna focus too well. You can see where I sliced into it, the razor blade sideways slowly to get it down some. I'm gonna have to do that, all that I feel, and then try to break it down whatever I can. It cleaned up pretty well. There's still, like I said, the scratches here. I'll have to get a buffer wheel or maybe some compound to put on there and buff it until that comes off. Again, where they hit it with the cutoff wheel, it's not too well. I'm gonna put some spot paint on that. There's yellowing here, which I don't understand. Maybe it was just something to do with the glue and the molding. I'm gonna have to buff and hope that'll go back to that white. I'm not sure. But that's me smoothing it, and I'm also going to take off the badges, of course, the ALOT badges. Going to switch out the bumper here with the roll pan. There's still some spots on here like this ding I'll have to fix, and scratches here I'll have to fix. I'll take that Chevrolet boom off to smooth it out, shave the whole side if I can. But yeah, that's going to be out tomorrow. I'll add the video of me removing this molding so people can see how I did that. Got a long way to go. I'm just hoping that it will clear up and that will buff out and you can barely be able to tell that they were ever on here. I'm hoping. It's that dirt line too that I'm kind of concerned about, where it's scratched and rubbed from just being up there in this over the time, and that one right here is pretty deep too, so we'll see.